LoreWarrior armor. The Kanga. Overview. A unique concept devised by SLDF General Alvarez Buzz Mitchell in the mid-2650s, the Kanga was a promising answer to the mobility restrictions of modern combat vehicles faced in contrast to those of battle mechs. The complex and expensive solution, lost to the fires of the Succession Wars, ironically made the Kanga a powerful tool for the SLDF vehicle core, but eventually led to its demise as a battlefield unit when the sophisticated technology grew scarce. Capabilities. Though the theory behind the Kanga was simple, strapping jump jets to the hull of a fast hover tank, the spectacular failure of several prototypes proved that the balance and navigational issues involved were far more complex than first believed. This realization led the engineers at Mitchell Vehicles, a Graham 4-based company chaired by General Mitchell's cousin Ramon Mitchell, to turn to the advanced computing technologies of the Nirasaki Computer Collective. Nirasaki's solution was the advanced AL-2200 TrackNav AI computer, an artificial intelligence system that incorporated inertial guidance and modified gyroscopes with navigational instrumentation and enhanced target tracking gear. Far more sophisticated and intuitive than any control or tracking system previously conceived, the AL-2200 not only provided superior military sensor capabilities, but also helped stabilize the Kanga through jump maneuvers. Designed to work with the driver, the AL-2200 could scan, recognize, and adapt to any form of terrain, weather condition, and gravitational circumstances within certain tolerances. Its ability to completely control the vectored thrust of the Kanga's 6 JB thrust bottles enabled it to level out the vehicle's short flights, even under fire, and applied just the right amount of feathering thrust to prevent each leap from becoming an air-skirt-rending bounce. As a tracking system, the AL-2200 could also follow and target enemy units for the vehicle's array of missile and autocannon, even while executing a complex jump in combat. Though the AL-2200's capabilities were theoretically compatible with a turret assembly, the Kanga featured no such mount to keep its profile lower. Reportedly, however, the SLDF experimented with such an enhancement in a never-before-deployed variant dubbed the KGA-3X. Deployment. Of the estimated 50 Kangas remaining in the Innisphere before the Fourth Succession War, almost all were deployed by the Comguards, and, through defections following the schism of 3052, the word of Blake. The clan's own limited supply of these vehicles apparently remains in mothballs, even to this day, with few beyond the technicians of the Hell's Horses interested in reviving the concept for the modern day. It is believed that all of the Innisphere Kangas have been lost through various actions, with the last significant concentration of these vehicles destroyed during the fighting of the Fedcom Civil War and among the devastating casualties of Comstar's Case White operation in the early Jihad. Variants. No production variant of the Kanga ever hit the field, though numerous one-offs emerged through the decades following the Star League's collapse and the gradual loss of components for the AL-2200 system. Through the First and Second Succession Wars, many of the Kangas made by Mitchell vehicles declined sharply, some losing their jump capability and others suffering from a failure of their air skirts, reducing them to simple jump tanks. Clan Hell's Horses reportedly attempted to produce an upgraded version of the Kanga, resulting in the Hephaestus Omni vehicle, but abandoned the jump capability on the grounds of the prohibitively expensive AI system. Rumours abound, however, that a renewed interest in the concept based on the winging ground effect technology may yet breathe new life into the clan's hopes for a viable Kanga alternative. Notable crews. Adept Richard McGivers. A Kanga commander and the loyal subjects, part of the breakaway Comguard forces that formed the so-called Prince's Men during the Fedcom Civil War, Adept McGivers led the last complete Level 2's worth of the venerable hover jump tank during the fighting on Halfway in 3064. During the fierce battle against Catherine loyal militia forces, McGivers' Kanga accounted for 3 vehicle kills and an assist on a militia falconer before his Kanga, the immortal Hopper, suffered crippling damage to the air skirt. In a valiant last-ditch effort to make one more pro-Catherine unit die with him, McGivers, the only survivor of his vehicle's 4-man crew, executed a final death-from-above attack with his stricken Kanga that disabled a militia commando, at the cost of his ancient vehicle.